So I'm Lucy and I'm 42 years old. I'm a registered dietitian, CEO of a food service company. I'm also a pro bodybuilder and a tiger mom. Being a CEO, I have about 200 employees that I need to manage, and obviously I have people under me that help me, my directors, which they're great, but you know, it takes a lot, and there's different personalities that you have to deal with on a daily basis, and my whole job is about retention, right? Employee retention. I don't want to just replace them, but I have to learn about each personality and how they can commingle, and I have to train my directors too at the same time to learn that as well. So I think, you know, I've been a dietitian or a manager since 2005, so I have many years of experience under me, which, you know, every day is about emotional things going on and strategy, right? Manipulation too sometimes. And to get contracts too, sometimes I have to use my sassiness, you know, to get those contracts. And it's all about using the attributes that you have and seeing what works for what part of your life. My style, like in one word, is intense. I'm completely intense. And my husband tells me I'm a machine. Now, some people might think that a machine is not great. Some people might take offense to it, like, you know, you just keep going and going and going. But I actually take it as a compliment. You know, whatever I do, I just want to keep going, and you know, whatever comes up, I just go do it. Like, I got my MBA a couple years ago too. I finished that, and now what's next, you know? And like Survivor, yeah, that's something that's next. I mean, being outdoors is something I've never really done, so why not do it? When you set your mind on something, you have to follow through. My kids, I'm like a tiger mom, so you know, they play sports, club sports, and I want the best team, the best coaches. I'm even sending my son, my 10-year-old, to Sweden, you know, this summer to play. And most parents would be like, what, you're gonna send your kid by themselves? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna let them see the world, I'm gonna let them experience things, and I'm gonna let them learn from it too. Growing up, I respected my parents, the way that they had to, you know, we came here from Taiwan. Actually, from Taiwan, we moved to Brazil, and then we moved to, you know, America. And I knew that they had to work. I understood what was behind why they weren't around and why they were so hard on us, you know. And maybe more so now that I'm older and a mom, they had to work hard. I mean, they provided us with a life that we didn't have to pay for our own college. You know, we paid for it, I mean, they paid for it, and we moved out, and they helped us in the beginning, you know, with our first cars. And I want to give that back to my kids, but it's understanding and appreciating too. I don't want them to be spoiled, not at all, right? But I kind of have that fine balance with them. Like, I do get mad at them when they don't take something seriously. My dad would, you know, get upset. He would sign us up for classes, and if we didn't take it seriously, he would get upset. And it's like, really? It's just, back then it was just like, it's just a tennis lesson, you know? It's a big deal. But now I understand, it's, you know, whatever they made, the little bit that they made, they invested in us. And we should have taken it seriously. So I'm taking all that understanding now and trying to apply that with my family. The younger generation is very interesting to me. So I don't know, like, a lot of them, I don't know where their head is. And I know that, like, I see my kids, they're always in their iPads, iPhones, cell phones, and they're not really looking at the world anymore, you know. And I don't know if they know what's going on. I don't know if they'll be as keen to their environment and, again, like instinct. I don't know if they'll have that. So I do know that the older generation, I don't know if I want to call myself older generation, but back then generation, I think we'll do a lot better because we just have that instinct and the gut feelings that we have, that we can react to those things. My weakness is that I'm very controlling, right? But that's a strength too. So I just have to know when to use it, how to use it, and who to use it with. Like, whatever I want, I usually get, and I don't know, you know, how to say that much more than I get what I want, you know. And even with bodybuilding, everybody's always looking for a sponsorship, right? And right away, I went and got a pretty big company to sponsor my husband. I got it from my husband and I, you know, from a company called Muscle Egg. And it's just whatever people want, I'm kind of looking at, oh, well, if they want it, I might want it too, and I'm going to see if I could get it before you get it. I think the younger generation are missing out on like a lot of things in life, but I know that they are also successful these days too, you know, with the whole, you know, Silicon Valley and all the, you know, the boom in technology. It's really them taking over, and obviously there's something in them that's making them successful as well, and I'm actually interested to see, you know, what it is, and maybe I'd learn something. Well, I run my family successfully, I run my business successfully, I run my body successfully, so, you know, the game will be run successfully by me.